So there are different families in Ukraine, and people make borscht, famous borscht, but it's not the same. From family to family, there are differences, and also it could be difference from east to middle of country and to west. So western borscht could be different than eastern because Poland is making borscht too. And like Polish borscht, you can find mushrooms, and eastern and middle of Ukraine don't have mushrooms, but western Ukraine could have mushrooms, just like Polish borscht. So I'm making borscht not only Western style, but also which is I had family, so my family way style. So it is not like normal. I would say, like normal, you go to many places, they have like a normal way, but I have a special different way. So I will make my borscht that I did like in my life, and it's actually not from the restaurant, but from some of my family. So what I do is, first of all, I have this. This one it's called pork neck bones, but it's not just neck bones, it has meat. So I was trying to get like pork neck bones with a lot of meat. Now, the reason I have this low water, because I need to boil just a little bit and then dump all that water down. Some people use boiling water over meat. Some people use this way. Basically, meat has like blood and different things. So what gives you a cleaner or better taste, the stock, if you boil a little bit, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then dump everything, and then you put like anything you do stock. You can add onion, you can add leeks, celery, carrot, just for the stock, and then throw away. So basically I'm making stock right now, which would be pork neck bone stock. So right now I'm waiting to boil, then dump, then I'm gonna start making stock. So the meat, if it will boil a little, it will change the color. So you see, the color is different. It's not really like raw. See it. So now I'm gonna dump it, and then I'm gonna make stock. You can even wash it like this. Wash it, dump it. This is like, like blood and everything. It will be gone. So now I have clean water. Clean water. The touch cooked. And it's just like this half. So I put maybe a little more than half, like this. Like this. And then you don't put any salt later, but I like to add onion. If you have extra onion, you put the whole thing, the whole onion. Oh, I like this one, black peppercorns, maybe a few, just few. like peppercorns. I have extra garlic. I will put the whole garlic clove inside. Okay, so I have garlic like this. I removed the top, a little bit loose top. So I'm removing more top. Okay. I use water. Sometimes water helps to remove. So I have this, and I just put inside, like that. And later, I like meat to be a little bit more cooked. I will put beets. I'm gonna cook beets there. So beets would give certain vegetable stock kind of taste. And I cook bones, meat. But I like to be more cooked. Then I put beets. Or you can cook separately if you want. Some bake, you can bake. Okay, so now I'm basically making stock. The best would be when meat is like almost ready to come off the bone. So like if it sticks too much to the bone, maybe it's too early. Like if you take 2 forks, one hold the bone, another like pull the meat. If you can pull, it's pretty much good time. You don't need to cook more. You can start putting vegetables. Okay. So okay, I just leave it. So I'm gonna add beets. I have beets. I bought organic one. Sometimes you can find organic beets. I believe that would be more like genuine taste, because long time ago people did not use chemicals. It was basically soup with organic beets. I got mushrooms. I'm not sure. I think it's portobello mushrooms. So I'm gonna add some mushrooms like this. Just few. I actually like a little bit more, because I was asking my Ukrainian grandma if I can add more, because I don't like very simple ones. I like to add something more. So she said mushrooms and even chili. Some even add chili. So I have one chili, but it's not really like Hungarian or Ukrainian chili. It's called Anaheim chili. I might add some Anaheim chili. But for now I'm making stock. You see. So I'm cooking meat, and at the same time I'm cooking beets. So because beets, it's better cook very good, otherwise they have a tendency to be harder than potato. They're always taking long time to get soft. Sometimes it looks like they're never soft. You need to really, if they're crunchy, it's good, but if they're hard, it's better cook more. Anyway, I just leave it and later come back. Oh, I found the name for that. You see the beets? It says organic and this name. It's Cal Organic. I bought this in California. I believe I think it was Smart and Final, like this. So basically, I do believe in organic, not only for the beets, for carrots, and for cabbage or anything. I think that would be the best taste. So now, real traditional borscht, actually, it's uh, it's made on brick. It's like a brick certain stove, and it has like a metal rings on top. So the heat wise, people use wood. So like I did try borscht like that. It tastes very good. I don't know because of the certain heat in that place. So basically, it's like a square, big square box made out of bricks, and it has certain cover like plaster or something, and then some call it a wood stove. So it's basically a big wood stove, and the traditional borscht actually was made on that wood stove, which is not metal but the bricks. Only the top part has metal. So, and then they can cook that. For instance, they can cook the stock pretty long time. It's like a little bit boiling. So they don't put too much of wood. They don't make big fire, but certain level of wood, and it's boiling, but not like crazy, not like crazy boiling. Just not really simmering, a little bit more than simmering. So it would make stock like that with that little bit boiling. Now there is heat coming from the whole that area. So it's not only from the bottom, but also from the sides. So the real one. I mean, if I analyze the temperature and conditions, how it's cooked, because when you cook on big surface and a lot of heat and wood underneath, right, then all that heat is rising. So the sides of the pot would be hot too. It's not really like you take by hands those metal handles. Most likely, if you cook on that wooden stove, most likely the sides would be hot, and you cannot just use hands to take metal handles like you cook on gas stove in a house. So I would say the heat wise, it's not cooking, but kind of cooking on a side too. So it's a little bit different. The real borscht actually, original, I mean, genuine, long time ago, it was not done on kitchen stove. It was done on wooden stove. People put wood and they use wood for heating. So I did try that one, and I did try made on stove. On stove makes somehow a little different. It's not exactly the same. And then another side, when people finish cooking, for instance, borscht, right? And then, like in a house, they turn off the flame, right? But with a stove, with a wooden stove, you cannot really turn off. People just don't put wood anymore, but it's still producing the heat. So they put on the side somewhere of that stove, not directly under, not above the flame, right? But they put kind of on the side, but still it's hot. So the what some people call, some people put like towel on top, and they wait for some time, like in the house if they cook. After cooking, they put towel on top and wait for like 15 minutes. They believe it makes better flavor. So like if you cook on that wooden stove, they just put on the side. They don't put any towels. They just put on the side, but still there is a heat coming. They don't put more wood, but there is still warm and heat. And it can last pretty long time, much longer than 15 minutes. It can last for, it's like, maybe it can last 1 hour, 1.5 hours. It's kind of going slowly down, very little bit. So I would say if you cover borscht and wait, and then take some and put cover again. Keep the towel on top. Just make sure you don't use any other flames, all those burners around. I mean, if you put the towel, maybe it's better to have like a special pad, wooden pad. You put on that and put the towel on top, or 2 towels. So even if you eat something, but not everything, so you still put something on top. So that the temperature lasts with the wooden stove. It takes much longer. The curve would be much longer. But like if you just leave it like a stove, if you turn it off, right, the temperature, the curve will be much faster down. It will lose temperature. So maybe that makes certain taste too. Sometimes, for some reason, I was eating like later or even another day. It might taste better than even fresh one. I mean, this is still fresh, but I mean, fresh, and I mean, just because they just remove from the stove, Sometimes people don't like to wait. They put certain portion and the rest put on the side, so that whatever they put on the side and like still like with warm condition, after a while it becomes so tasty. For me, that's my personal opinion. So borscht is basically it's an old traditional food, but what people make, I did try what people make like in United States and restaurants. It's not exactly the same that you would buy from some old lady in a village. That would be much different because of the stove, because of the certain things. So here and there, it might taste different. I did try borscht in Los Angeles. I did try borscht in San Francisco. I think somewhere else, like in the United States. I can tell my grandmother made different. What they have the first kind. I'm gonna make a second kind. Second kind is you don't put any vegetables to the pot. First, all vegetables go to the pan. So you go to frying pan. You use pan first. Basically, from what I understand, it will seal somehow vegetables. So it's not gonna be water with vegetables. It would be water with certain sealed vegetables. It tastes different. So like normally here, that's a normal way. But I wanna that one. Before putting any vegetables, put on a pan, use pan, and then put inside of the pot. That's how I wanna do it, and I really like the taste. To me, it's the best. I found it's the best. That one, which is like LA or San Francisco, that's a normal way. Many restaurants are making that way, and I would say it's very common way. But I found for myself not common way tastes better, but it takes more time. So I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna use pan for well, I'm gonna boil that beets, right? So I'm gonna use pan for beets, for carrots, and even a little bit for cabbage and for mushrooms. And then I put in the pan. But then when you put not the pan, inside of the pot. So when you put in a pot, you don't boil too much, because borscht you're not supposed to boil too long. If you boil too long, it's like, like if you put vegetables in the water and you boil too long, they kind of become too soft and starting to fall apart, and that water become kind of muddy, and the whole taste is like going somewhere else. So borscht should be up to a certain point. So that's what I like. But if you use pan before, I like even better. Anyway, I'm gonna show you. I'm waiting for half an hour, because I did cook some time, and then after that half an hour. I want to see the meat is how easy to remove from the bone. If it's easy, I'm gonna start putting different vegetables. Now, I bought pork bones, neck bones with meat. Some people in the house, they might serve just like that with the bone. If it's like top restaurant, they might remove meat from the bone. They might don't serve the bone. It's common to make stock with the bone, but many times they don't serve the bone. You see, so but in the house it's like people might serve with the bone. So anyway, I'm waiting, and later I will continue.
Don't touch the ornament.
So I think meat is close to okay, but maybe another 10 minutes. So I would say altogether is like 1 hour from beginning to, I would say, the right stock. Yeah, it's okay. So it's done, but I want to wait like 20 minutes or so. So you see, look like this. I didn't put too much beets. It is red, but it's not like extremely red. Anyway, I'm waiting. Look like this. Maybe I should buy something around, so I have what they say. It should stay for like a certain time. Then the taste is better. That's all I can say, and I tried already. It's quite good. I like it. So with sour cream, it looks like this. Good color, I like it. Good taste. Have a good one.